Master of New England Innkeeping Award is our highest honor from New England Inns and Resorts Association. It is truly a Lifetime Achievement Award, and it's given to leaders and mentors within our community who have truly served hospitality and have left a legacy behind them. It's really special that they're receiving it as second generation winners of the Masters of New England Innkeeping Lifetime Achievement Award. It was previously given to Greg's parents, Mary and Bob Stone. What really sets the Masters winners apart is their contribution to hospitality. It's a sustainable legacy that they've established. It's through taking care of their employees, taking care of their guests, taking care of the property and the real estate, and preserving that.
The Stone family bought this in 1938 with the intention of developing it and selling it off. But his grandmother and grandfather saw, something to work for, and they decided to develop it, and it took their son. He went to hospitality school, Mr. Stone, Bob Stone. And it's a nice tradition that Bob and Mary were honored with this, and then now Greg and Pat.
Before, Lighthouse Inn was an inn. It was built by the federal government in 1855 as a lighthouse for mariners. My grandfather, who was a developer, had started coming down to the Cape and buying pieces of land and building small cottages. And this property became available, and he found out about it. And there were 3 buildings beside the main lighthouse building on the property, a couple of garages.
We worked alongside Greg's parents for many years, and then as they started stepping back, we started taking on more responsibility. That was maybe 25 years ago, 30 years ago, and here we are.
In a family business, maybe you get a little bit narrow because you're only seeing the family business, but I know in their case, they would also travel during the off season and get another point of view from other resorts and so forth.
We dated seasonally for a while because I stayed here on the Cape during the winter and he traveled the seasons.
One of my parents' policies was, if you're going to come work in the hotel, you have to go work in other hotels after college if you're going to come back and make this a career.
I started working at 9 years old, so I certainly still had pool in the afternoon, beach, whatever. But in the morning, the breakfast shift, I made the toast for the servers at breakfast. And for some reason, the best introductory job they could think of for us was to operate the industrial toaster. So learning how to clear out burning toast from the big conveyor belt with the long knife, sticking the knife in the toaster. It was certainly character building.
We have always had the mindset, and again, this came from Greg's mother, that no one is better than anybody else. We're all here for one goal and we all work together.
Every single role has value, and every single role is so important to how this operation continues successily.
They've made it a choice to work here, and I've always felt a very strong commitment that if they've made that choice, and I wanted to put the programs in place, that we're all going to be successful if they stay here.
The last day of school, I'd pack up the kids, I'd pick them up. They went to a Catholic school right in that town. I'd pick them up and we would take off. All their clothes would have been laid out for the first day of school, and we wouldn't come back until the night before school started in September.
My dad's generation, most of them all met their spouses working here at Lighthouse Inn. A lot of my cousins got married here at Lighthouse Inn. I met my wife working here in the dining room. We got married here. You got married here. The uniquely Lighthouse Inn experience is meeting your spouse here. Obviously that stands out to me because that was my story too. Our grandfather hired our grandmother as one of the first waitresses here.
But where else can you go to get that level of hospitality? It's very hard in today's world to get that level of hospitality, and Pat and Greg have done it from day one.
They are the spirit of hospitality. That's how I would describe them.
Greg was on American Hotel and Lodging Resort Committee. I eventually joined the committee with the same captive insurance, and so we would be off property at these educationals, and we would really start to get to know one another from there. This industry is a hard industry, and I think for those of us that have been in it a while, the way we make it through it and still have fun and still know that we can all do this is through working with each other and just knowing that there's somebody you can just call for anything.
My mom really, I think, learned a lot of lessons in empathy and grace from my grandmother.
One of my favorite stories about the Inn and being an institution has to do with Bob Stone. This is back when I was working here in the summer, and Bob called me over, and he just said, "Sit down a second," and we were talking for a minute, and he pointed out one of the waiters walking by, and he said, "I want to put him in the lower deck next year." I said to him, "Why do you want to put him in the lower deck?" He said, "Because he smiles constantly." And he goes, "There's one thing I cannot train, is train people how to smile." And years later, I'm working at Four Seasons Hotel Company at this time, and when we opened the Four Seasons Orlando, we made that part of the hiring criteria. How much does a person smile? That became a big part of the hiring process. And I can credit that to not just Bob Stone, but what Greg and Pat have had to continue to.
I worked primarily with Greg, and Greg always led by example. I mean, he was such a really hard worker. And, you know, when we were out there, sometimes there was some jobs that may not have been the best type of job to do, but he was shoulder to shoulder with me. And that made truly the difference.
I always say with employees, when you mentor them, you risk giving them wings to fly, but they're not afraid of that.
They have contributed to the betterment of the resort and innkeeping profession, absolutely, and probably inspired new generations coming along.
New England Innkeepers Association.
As it was once called.
In 1952, my father brought my mother to the first meeting that he had been to. And he said, "We're going to go to these every year because we can learn so much from the other people."
Us sharing what has worked for us and helping to support other people who are in the same business. That's very rewarding, and that's part of the NERA experience.
The Lighthouse Inn is special to me because it's like coming home. It's home for me. It's home. It's my summer home.
I never woke up and said, "Man, I don't want to work here."
It was about the connection that we made with each other, and that we made with the guests and employees. And that's something that I hope that future generations will be able to appreciate and have their own connections made and meet their spouses and meet their best friend. My parents really kind of made sure that that would be living on through us anyway, and hopefully future generations as well.
Thank you for being part of our experience, our careers. They have all been, if they know us and know us personally, they've been a part of our lives and a part of Lighthouse Inn. And that's what I would say to them. I'm really glad you came on this journey with us.
It's a very humbling
It is.
award, and we very much appreciate it. And it's just amazing that I remember the night that my parents received this award, and it's a nice thing to do. So thank you.
Greg and Pat, you are more than innkeepers. You are hospitality icons. Your vision, your warmth, your compassion, your empathy have all made all of us better innkeepers. Thank you so much.
I have to congratulate Greg and Pat for this honor bestowed upon you by the New England Innkeepers Association. It's well deserved.
Congratulations to Pat and to Greg. We are so proud of you. You're well deserving of this. From the Babbian and Cranes, you know how much we love you guys.
Congratulations, well deserved.
We are so proud of you, and it has been so magical to grow up here and have such a wonderful childhood, and then to work here and have such a wonderful have such wonderful formative years here, learning by your example. Graham and Papa would be so proud of you. And we are so proud of you and we love you so much. So congratulations on this wonderful, wonderful achievement.
You're two wonderful people, two wonderful innkeepers. Congratulations to you both.
Congratulations, Greg and Pat. It truly is a lifetime achievement and couldn't be more proud and happy for you.
So congratulations, Greg and Pat. I'm very excited for this well-deserved award.
I can think of no more deserving people, and we love you very much. It's been an honor being raised by you and being mentored by you and being able to follow your example for what a good boss and a good partner should look like. And I just hope that I can continue emulating the example that you've set.
Congratulations, Greg and Pat. I am so happy for you. It is so well deserved, and I am so proud to be able to call you my friends. I hope you enjoy your award as much as I'm enjoying knowing that you're getting it.
Congratulations, Pat and Greg. A well-deserved award, and appreciate everything you've ever done for me.
Congratulations, Greg and Pat. Well deserved. Keep it up. Keep going. Keep smiling.
Congratulations to Greg and Pat Stone on this wonderful honor. Certainly well deserved. It is our honor to celebrate you